right now.
Bryce Young, we got faith in him. Yes, sir.
Panthers pouncing into the playoffs. What fans are saying as the team takes on the Los Angeles Rams. Plus, we check in to see how the team is playing. A Triad school district plagued with financial issues will soon hold their first meeting of the new year. A look at some of the big items on the agenda ahead of this year's primaries. Plus, nationwide demands for action after 2 shootings involving federal agents. There are calls for change as authorities continue their investigations. But first, we begin with a live look over King Street in Boone, courtesy of ResortCams.com. Today is a weather impact day. It's very wet out there. Let's bring in meteorologist Michelle Kennedy, who joins us now in studio. Michelle, it's a big day for the Carolina Panthers, so how are things looking for the game out there weather-wise?
Well, right now we continue to see some patchy showers out there, and you see that really Charlotte has remained dry a good part of the day. A couple of those showers, though, have been passing through and are nearby right now, but overall it's been a decent day for a game. A little bit earlier in the day, we had some scattered showers lifting in, so around tailgating time that may have been an issue. But for most folks, dry there. We're breezy, and we still have mist and showers falling across parts of Watauga County right now from Boone as we get you into areas of Jefferson too. We've got a line that we're watching. Rainfall totals more than 1.5 inches to more than almost 1.5 inches in Winston-Salem too. Light totals, we talked about that steady drop off that might be steeper for folks in the eastern Triad, and that's what we've seen today. That swath of heavier rain falling from Winston-Salem, parts of Greensboro, Moxville, and right now we still have some more rounds. A couple of showers here. Sparta seeing some showers with temperatures there at 55. Here are our cold fronts. We can see the progression throughout the day, becoming mostly stationary, and then this one here continues to push in as a cold front, and a second cold front will reinforce cool air for us tomorrow. So temperatures in the 60s with a good chance of rain continuing through 9 o'clock. So we'll continue those impact hours on, and then we see the temperatures dipping into the 50s tomorrow morning. Wind speeds also coming up. Blustery in the mountains, gusts to 50 miles an hour there. We've got some wind advisories up for folks, and you can see the winds will also be pretty steady and strong after 6 a.m. across parts of the Piedmont Triad and foothills. So mountains, you could see gusts to 50 miles an hour there, and at times we may see 50 to even 55 for some folks on the highest elevations. As we head east, up to 30, even 40 miles an hour, not out of the question. So blustery and much colder. We're going to talk about your forecast. We are sweeping out the rain and bringing back that sunshine. We'll have much more too about the next cool down heading into the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday weekend. It's coming up.
All right, thank you, Michelle. Now is a good time to download our free app if you haven't done so already. On the app, you will have access to our interactive radar, videos from our weather team, as well as the game day forecast. Well, the wait is finally over. The Carolina Panthers are on the hunt for their first playoff win in 10 years. Their last playoff appearance was in 2017 when they fell to the Saints 31-26 in New Orleans. Today, the Panthers are hosting the Los Angeles Rams at Bank of America Stadium. The game started at 4:30, and today's game is also a rematch from Week 13, in which the Panthers secured a win over the Rams 31-28, the final. This afternoon, the Carolina Panthers hosted their first home playoff game in a decade, hosting the LA Rams. For generations of fans, today's game was not only an opportunity for the team to advance to the next round of the playoffs, but to celebrate a season in which the Panthers won the NFC South Division title.
I love it. It's a generational thing, you know what I'm saying? Passing from one generation to the next. You know what I'm saying? Die-hard Panther fan for life, brother.
Man, we love it. We love the energy. A lot of energy.
They're a young team,
and you see all the energy behind it.
That's right. They're a young team. I think we're going to keep going. We're going to keep pounding it, too.
Sir.
Well, they are pumped. Now, we have learned that North Carolina Governor Josh Stein will not be in attendance at today's game. However, his office says that he will be cheering on the team from home. Coming up, we'll check in for an update on the score, and we will also have highlights from the game tonight during our news at 10 and 11. In the meantime, the North Carolina State Lottery Commission has released its December sports betting revenue report. Last month, people wagered nearly $666 million, winning a little more than $581 million in the process. Those are the lowest totals since August of last year. In total, licensed sports books made more than $81 million last month. The state takes 18% of that figure, meaning North Carolina brought in nearly $15 million in tax revenue. Right now, we're following a developing story out of Mississippi. A 24-year-old man is now behind bars after a series of deadly shootings. The Clay County Sheriff's Office says the victims were related to the suspect and were shot in 3 separate locations last night. Authorities say the youngest victim was 7 years old. Authorities have since identified the suspect as Derek Moore. He is facing a first-degree murder charge, but that could be upgraded to capital murder, according to the Sheriff's Office. Authorities are still trying to figure out a motive in these shootings. We're also learning new details on Wednesday's deadly shooting in Minneapolis involving an ICE agent that left a woman dead. A warning that this video may be disturbing to some viewers. The footage appears to show the initial interaction between the passenger of the vehicle, who NBC has previously reported is Good's wife. Good was driving the SUV. Ross walks around Good's vehicle where she can be seen smiling at the officer before he records the car's license plate. Ross then has an interaction with Good's wife before another ICE officer approaches the driver's window on the other side of the car. You can see Ross walk back in front of the vehicle, and shortly after, shots ring out. Now, in response to that, protests continued across the country after 2 shootings involving immigration agents. In Winston-Salem, demonstrators marched from 4th Street to Broad, demanding accountability from officials following the death of Renee Good. Protesters say they want to see justice for Good, and one protester says he felt compelled to act after he heard about what happened in Minneapolis.
It's a way for me to do something positive. If I just sit at home and I watch news or I scroll Facebook, I get down, I get depressed, I feel like there's no power there. When I'm out here surrounded by people who believe the same thing that I do, that are showing the support for the causes that we believe in, it makes me feel like I have some power as a citizen of this country.
In Randolph County, a traffic stop led to the arrest of a wanted suspect and a major recovery of stolen equipment. On January 2nd, authorities in Ramseur stopped a vehicle driven by a person wanted out of Anson County. Deputies say during the stop, they also recovered stolen telecommunications equipment, which they say is estimated to be around $92,300. We've reached out to deputies for more, including the suspect's identity and details on why they were wanted. Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools Board of Education will come together for its first meeting of 2026 on Tuesday. WXII 12's Kelly Kendall is in studio with the budget and other big items on the agenda as a pivotal primary race looms.
It's a new year with a new superintendent for Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools, but on Tuesday, the Board of Education will have to tackle several items from 2025. During the Policy Committee meeting, a safeguard on the district's finances will get another step closer to becoming a reality. The Audit Advisory Committee will bring together qualified people outside of the district to review financial reports and make recommendations to the board. On Tuesday, board members will finalize details of the application process for the committee. Then, the full board meeting will start with a repeat leadership election. In December, the board failed to vote among themselves for a 2026 chair and vice chair. Despite several rounds of voting, no nominee received a majority of the vote, with several refraining from voting at all. During the tense process, one member, Sabrina Kuhn, spoke out.
This is not about politics. It shouldn't be. And I'm ashamed that we're doing this.
A dedicated budget update does not appear on the agenda, though we do expect to hear some updates on the district's finances. The board will make changes to its loan with the Child Nutrition Fund. This school year, the district borrowed $2 million from the fund for debt repayment. The new rules say that money is due by June 30th or face a 4% interest rate as required by state law. The first meeting of the new year comes as the race for school board heats up. 6 current members are running for re-election, while 3, Deanna Kaplan, Leah Crowley, and Sabrina Kuhn, are not. You can find our previous coverage of the challenges facing the district and the race for school board by visiting our website, WXII12.com. In studio, I'm Kelly Kendall for WXII 12 News.
All right, thank you, Kelly. We're now 52 days away from North Carolina's primary election day. The county boards of election will begin mailing absentee ballots next week. Those will be mailed out starting Monday. And if you are planning to vote by mail, you have until February 17th to request a ballot. And if you are not registered to vote, you will need to do so by February 6th at 5 p.m. You can also register in person during early voting, which begins on February 12th. Now, important to note, it ends on February 28th at 3 p.m. Election day is March 3rd. Up next, a Triad favorite is back and there's a lot on tap this year. What fans can expect during this year's Monster Jam.